So remember, oh, not that one. This one. This book. And I crapped on it. And I was going to read it just so that I could get it off of my TBR. It's actually not bad. And I'm not a huge fan of one night stand pregnancy tropes. I'm not. I just, it's not something that I like. I do like the fact that they are in their 30s, but they're still trying to figure out their crap. And they knew each other before they hooked up in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. Yeah. But it's not bad, and I'm flying through it like it's nothing, so I'm curious what's going to happen. So that's where I'm at for my first book, and it's March 1st. Alright, so I finished my Funny Demon Valentine. I finally got to it. It wasn't bad. I rated it 3 stars. It needed more of something, but she definitely gave herself room to grow. I liked the characters. The world building was kind of, but yeah, it was alright. It wasn't the best that I've read, and I think that I've watched too much Supernatural to read newbie authors where, you know, they're throwing biblical and paranormal and all that kind of stuff, demonology, all together. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm hoping to finally finish the other book, and then I just started Celebrity Crush, so that would be the 3 that I missed last month that I needed to catch up on and just get it done and be done with it. But and I might buy more in the series, especially if the books are, you know, they look similar each time she publishes them, because that's what got me, was the cover. Finally finished this one. Meh. The beginning was fantastic. But I don't vibe well with oh my gosh, unexpected pregnancy tropes. I don't know. Like, there were a lot of red flags. And I don't know. And then the girl's mom was like fire and brimstone kind of mom, and she went to go hit her because she was pregnant, but she's 31 years old. I don't know. And then the guy, he has a lot of trauma from something that happened that when he was a kid, but I don't know. Like I said, it was alright. It's going in the free little library though. So I finished 1 book and I started 2. I finished Celebrity Crush by Christy Swift. She was on Mama Needs to Read Romance. She was on her morning show, and she got to interview Christy Swift, and she was adorable. She was absolutely adorable. So I added this to my order with Scythe and Sparrow, I think it was, in February, and I never got around to it. It's adorable. It's basically this woman who, she tried it in Hollywood, didn't make it, and becomes a social media creator who writes a book, and the book goes viral, and she's able to write a screenplay for her book. And she had based the male lead, or the male main character, on her celebrity crush. And during one of her lives or something like that, she kind of hints who it could have been. So when she goes to do a promo tour interview, the talk show host brings out the guys that she had named, and she meets her celebrity crush, and it goes from there. And it's just, it had like an organic, natural flow to it, even though there were weird Hollywood things that totally happen. Like the mailman character, he has a son, and his son has a toy zombie baby that he cannot part with, and I'm like, that is a thing. My little brother is very similar. And I loved all the dorkiness to it. And there's a lot of references to Star Trek, and oh my goodness, it was super cute. I'll be right back. So anyway, I gave this 5 stars. I thought it was super cute. I'm hoping it's going to be a series, because it kind of led on. So I finished that. I started Out of My Mind for my book versus screen video that I want to do. I watched the movie, and I'm curious about the book, so I picked the book up, and I just started it today. Started taking my notes, and then I started this one, and I have a feeling I'm going to eat it up. It's super cute. There's a producer, and she finds a YouTube creator who is into cryptids and different kind of folklore, and she wants to make a TV show. And I'm at the part where they went to an alien bar, like a space themed bar, which I would love to go to. They had some drink where there was an alien stuck in the ice cube, and I was like, I would drink that. Anyway, they did that, and then they did a ghost tour afterwards, and that's where I'm at now, is whether or not the guy's gonna do it. So I finished this. This was adorable. I loved everywhere they went. I've always wanted to go where they've been. The ending was just choice. But it makes me want to go up to where Bigfoot and all that stuff is in California. I didn't know it was here. But yeah, this is a little gem. I loved it. It's 1 a.m. and I just finished this. I gave it 3 stars. I would totally keep on reading. Because I do like the characters. But other than what happens to the queen at the end, I got bored. Like, I just, oh dear, I got hiccups. It hit this lull. And everything that you expected to happen kind of did. I thought, like, the part where she was in the learning how to dye how they make their money, basically, how her husband's realm, I guess, makes their money, and she falls into the thing. I thought that was cute. I love the banter. The banter was really cute. I love the fact that he was against the grain of his upbringing. I love that. I love the fact that she had layers. But it was just like, some of the scenes just didn't feel like it fit in the book for me. And I don't know what it is. But yeah, like I said, I'd go on and read more, because like I like certain characters, and I'd like to hear their or not to, well, I did listen. I immersion read it, but I'd like to read their books as well. So, yeah. But very happy I got this done so that Carissa can have her book back. Alright, so I finished this. I was waiting for my physical book to get here because I've been liking reading the book and then buying the book. However, I now have to wait for the paperback version of the next one because I want them all to match. But this was really cute. According to the acknowledgments at the end, it was based off a real relationship off of a Reddit thread. Where is it? There's like questions in the back, but I love the Easter eggs. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I loved going back to different things in part of your world. What was the other thing? When you found out who the mom was, and if you had any feelings about a certain character in another book, it came back full. Oh my god. And just the things that Emma went through, you know, and it broke my heart. Justin, the men in her books not only are real, like real feeling, but they're just amazing, complex characters. You know, it's every single guy that she has wrote for, you know, the male main character, they're just delightful. And then, you know, the women, a lot of times they're a hot mess express, but they're independent, they're strong. I loved her friend Maddie. And I love the animal companions in all of her books. I absolutely love them. So yeah, love this book. Another 5 stars. And then I'm currently reading this. I am that far, so almost half. I didn't know it was YA, so that was a surprise. And it's kind of like A Tempest of Tea, when I explained that it was kind of like a gas lamp kind of vibe to it, but that had vampires, this has witches. But I do like the Crimson Moth parts. Rune, she needs a little reality check. I have a really hard time reading teenagers that are supposed to grow up too fast, but that's a personal thing. I like the writing. I mean, I'm flying through it. I'm immersion reading, but it's a witch and a witch hunter and enemies to lovers kind of thing. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. It got to the point where a trap was set and she fell for it and she almost got caught, and now what's going to happen after is where I'm at. So I'm hoping to finish this over the next 2 days. And then what's the next one I have to get? Oh, I want to read my Irish one, The Framed for Murder, and then I also want to get The Wild Robot knocked off my list. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good with my reading so far. Okay, so I finished this so I can finally send Carissa both books that were for the traveling book clubs. I'm curious about character growth. I had a really hard time because the main characters were 16 and 18, okay? And the 16-year-old is the she's considered like the bad guy. But she has no adult to help her learn her craft. And she has two best friends, but they're the same age. And it just, I don't know, it's really tough. Like, I love young adult, but I love when a young adult have people to go to, or, you know, there's a cushion, right? And then Gideon is 18 years old, and he's the captain of the Blood Guard, which is like the military in the book. And his only adult is the leader of the Blood Guard thing. But you come to find out that leader was the one that started the revolution and kind of went against the old regime. So the mailman character, Gideon, he's a torn soul. Like, he does not know, you know, who to trust and all that other stuff. So they're awesome characters, and that's an awesome world. I don't like their age. It bothers me for some reason. Other than that, it was a good book. I gave it 4 stars. I kind of knew how it was going to end. I'm curious how one of the characters that was friends with the grandmother, how she's going to train Rune in the next one. But I want to see how the author does with world building, because they are leaving the mainland and going somewhere else where witches are accepted. So it gives character growth, and it's going to give time, hopefully, for her to train and learn her craft. So I'm curious where it's going to go. So I will read the next one. It dragged in the middle. It really did. It was really good in the beginning. And then the middle, because it was like Bridgerton meets Gaslamp meets a YA murder mystery kind of thing. You know, it had a lot of layers. But as it got towards the end, it flew by. So Maya did a great pick. So I finished that, and then I started immersion reading this one. And even though it's a chunk book, I fly through these. And I like to immersion read them because there's usually like letters and pictures and things like that. But if you like, what was it? Anatomy, or even Emily Wilde's books, where you like the women to solve mysteries about folklore and to see the difference between magic and science, I really like these books. I forget who the main character is, because I just started it again. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that when I finish it. I'll probably finish it soon. And then I started this one last night to actually read with my eyes. I'm only on chapter 2, so I can't really report back. But this is one of the authors that I met in at the book fest last year, and I'm trying to get through some of my signed books so that if I end up meeting any of them again and I buy more of their books, I know that A, I like them, or B, I don't. So I'm doing that. The rest of the month, like, if I get these done, I have the Grady Hendrix Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. That's Love and Horrors book club book. So I'll be immersion reading that to take notes. And then I have Wild Robot, and I have my physical TBR book, and then I should be set for the month unless I can fit something else in. So it's been a good reading month so far. Okay, so I am at the halfway point for this one. Not set in Ireland. It's set in California. It's a cozy mystery. It's about an ex-police officer that decides to open up a bed and breakfast. Oh my God, where did she go? Pine Cove is where she went. And it's very similar to, if you've ever been to Slovang, however you say it, the little German town. It has those kind of vibes. They're like, I don't know. I haven't been to a lot of places up north yet. But yeah, she's originally from Palm Springs and had something happen in her career, and she made this big move. But I'm liking it so far. I mean, I've gotten through half the book today, and it's like, I kind of started it this morning, and then I've been reading it on and off, but not bad. So I'm having a really good reading month so far. Just finished this one. I adore this series. Like, if you like, what was it? Anatomy and Immortality. Is it Immortality or Immortal? Immortality. You might like this. It's the same kind of concept. It's like Gothic novels and 19th century science and medicine and women's rights and things like that. So and if you like Emily Wilds and stuff like that, it is kind of in the same vein. I like the fact that it has pictures and stuff of instruments that were used. Yeah, I really like this, so I can't wait to, they're going to the US in the next one, and it's a case with Houdini, so that's pretty cool. And then I'm going to be starting this so that I can annotate it, and I am halfway through this, so this will be done, and I still have to do Grady Hendrix, but not too bad. After I finish these two, I'm at 12 books. So if I finish Grady Hendrix, that's 13, and I still have one more I want to try and push in, but I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, so I don't know if it's cheating or not, but I finished the story of my Last Duchess, and then there's like almost a whole book of Storming the Castle, which it's supposed to take place after this one. But I kind of like just the story. I don't want to know about the son. I don't know. I thought it was super sweet. I love the fact that it was about two older people getting together, and they were widowers and a widow, and well, he was a widower and she was a widow, and yeah, it was an odd situation. The Duke had like 8 kids, and the woman he fell in love with had a baby girl that was like 2, and it was really cute. And like they had an ice fair, and so it was kind of like going to a farmer's market on the ice, and it was really, like, it was cute. It was a very cute book. But yeah, it's hard for me to jump from the kid, because it's a Lark's book that's blended into this one. Whatchamajigger, my brain just fried. Anyway, Alaric is like 12, maybe more in my Last Duchess, and it jumps, and I don't know if he's like 18 or in his 20s. I don't know. I can't jump like that because he's still a kid in my head, so I'm not going to read that part, and I'm just going to say I finished it. But yeah, this is super cute. All right, March 31st, I finished my 13th book. It was meh. Like, it was okay. Had a few good things in it. Happily ever after at the end, but it was very self-sabotaging through a good chunk of it, so yeah. But so these are all the ones that I read, and hope you're having a great day and a great week, and let me know how your month went, and I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and yeah, good reading month.